5 things high-value men never do to women. Stop doing these now. High-value men are known for their confidence, respect, and chivalry, but there are certain things that even the most successful man can do to turn a woman off. In this video, we'll be discussing 5 things high-value men should never do to a woman. These are behaviors that can make a woman feel disrespected, uncomfortable, or even unsafe. From verbal abuse to physical violence, we'll be diving into the top 5 things to stop doing now. By the end of this video, you'll not only learn what to avoid, but also how to become a high-value man who is attractive to women. So stay tuned and find out how to improve your relationships with the women in your life. Remember, making small changes can have a big impact, and you never know when a little bit of self-improvement can improve your life. Verbal abuse. First on our list is verbal abuse. Verbal abuse is a serious issue that should never be taken lightly. This type of behavior is one of the most insidious and damaging actions that a man can engage in, and it can have lasting effects on a woman's self-esteem and overall mental health. Name-calling, belittling, and making fun of a woman are just a few examples of verbal abuse. These types of behavior are never acceptable and can be incredibly hurtful. Words have a powerful impact on our emotions, and when used in a negative manner, they can cause immense emotional pain. When a woman is repeatedly subjected to this type of abuse, it can erode her self-esteem and leave her feeling worthless, unimportant, and even hopeless. It's important to understand that the way you communicate with a woman can have a profound impact on your relationship with her. When you use words to hurt and demean a woman, you're sending a clear message that you don't respect her. This can be especially damaging in a romantic relationship where trust and mutual respect are crucial components. Verbal abuse can also lead to a cycle of abuse where a woman is repeatedly subjected to the same hurtful behavior. This type of cycle can be incredibly difficult to break and can lead to a woman feeling trapped in a toxic and dangerous relationship. If you're engaging in verbal abuse, it's important to take a step back and reflect on your behavior. Ask yourself why you're engaging in this type of behavior and whether or not it's helping or hurting your relationship with the woman. It may be helpful to seek therapy or counseling, where you can work with a professional to understand your motivations and learn how to communicate with women in a positive and respectful manner. Ultimately, the most important thing is to be conscious of your words and their impact. Be mindful of how you communicate with women and avoid using words to hurt or demean them. By being mindful of your words, you can become a better man, build stronger relationships with women, and be perceived as a high-value man who is attractive to women. So remember, words have power. Use them wisely and never engage in verbal abuse. Treat the women in your life with respect and dignity, and you'll become a better man who is attractive to women. Emotional manipulation. Next on our list is emotional manipulation. This includes using a woman's feelings against her, playing games with her emotions, or otherwise trying to control her behavior. An emotional manipulation is a form of psychological abuse that can be just as damaging as physical violence. Manipulating someone's emotions is a way of exercising power and control, and it's never acceptable. It creates an uneven power dynamic in which the manipulator is always in charge and the victim is left feeling helpless and powerless. Emotional manipulation can have serious consequences for a woman's mental health and self-esteem. It can lead to feelings of anxiety, depression, and low self-worth. It can also damage the relationship beyond repair, as the victim may lose trust in the manipulator and have difficulty regaining that trust again. It's important to understand that emotional manipulation is not love. Real love is based on mutual respect, trust, and healthy communication. Emotional manipulation, on the other hand, is based on fear, control, and exploitation. It's not a way to build a healthy, loving relationship. If you find yourself engaging in emotional manipulation, it's important to seek help. Therapy or counseling can help you to understand why you feel the need to control others and how to communicate with women in a healthy, respectful manner. It can also help you build a better relationship with the women in your life based on mutual trust, respect, and love. So if you're engaging in emotional manipulation, I urge you to take a step back and reevaluate your behavior. Make a conscious effort to communicate with women in a healthy, respectful manner and work to build better relationships based on trust and love. Become a high-value man who's attractive to women and treats them with dignity and respect. Controlling behavior. Third on our list is controlling behavior. This is a big issue and one that many men struggle with, especially when they're in a relationship. You see, when a man tries to control a woman, it sends a message that he doesn't trust her, and it's a slippery slope towards a toxic and abusive relationship. Controlling behavior includes trying to dictate what a woman wears, whom she talks to, or where she goes. This type of behavior is a red flag for abusive behavior and create a toxic and dangerous relationship. It's important to understand that this behavior is not just limited to physical control, but also includes emotional control, where a man tries to control a woman's thoughts, feelings, and decisions. It's important to note that this behavior is not limited to relationships. It can also occur in friendships, family relationships, and even at work. The bottom line is if a man is trying to control a woman, it's not acceptable. So what can high-value men do to avoid this type of behavior? The first step is to understand that controlling behavior is a sign of insecurity and low self-esteem. High-value men understand that they're responsible for their own happiness and don't try to control others to feel better about themselves. Additionally, high-value men have a strong sense of self-awareness and can recognize when they're engaging in controlling behavior. They take steps to address their insecurities and work on building their self-esteem. They also understand that a healthy relationship is built on trust, communication, and mutual respect. Gaslighting. Fourth on our list is gaslighting. This is a toxic and manipulative tactic that can be used by anyone. It's especially common in relationships. Gaslighting is when a person makes another person question their memories or perceptions, often to make them doubt their sanity. In a relationship, gaslighting can make a woman feel like she's going crazy. It can erode her confidence and make her feel like she's constantly second-guessing herself. This type of behavior is a warning sign of abusive behavior and should never be tolerated. So what is gaslighting and how can you recognize it? Gaslighting is when someone twists the truth, denies things they said or did, and makes you question your own perceptions of reality. It's a way of manipulating and controlling another person, and it can have serious consequences. Some common examples of gaslighting in relationships include a partner denying things they said or did, making you feel like you're overreacting or constantly changing the story. It can also involve making you feel guilty or ashamed for things that are not your fault. So how can high-value men avoid gaslighting and recognize it when it's happening to someone else? The first step is to understand the tactics and recognize the signs of gaslighting. It's also important to have strong boundaries and not let anyone make you question your perceptions or memories. High-value men also understand the importance of communication and trust in a relationship. They recognize that gaslighting is a toxic behavior and make sure to avoid it themselves and not tolerate it in others. They also make sure to always be honest and transparent in their communication, and they never manipulate or control their partners. Objectifying. Finally, we come to the issue of objectifying women. This is a behavior that's all too common and is a major problem in our society. Objectifying women means reducing them to their physical appearance, sexualizing them, or treating them as an object rather than a person. This type of behavior is not only disrespectful, it also reinforces negative societal norms and can have a damaging impact on a woman's self-esteem. So what is objectification and why is it a problem? Objectification is the act of treating someone as an object rather than a person. When it comes to women, this often means reducing them to their physical appearance and sexualizing them. This reinforces the idea that women are nothing more than objects to be looked at and used, and it sends a message that women are not worthy of respect or dignity. The impact of objectification on women can be severe. It can lead to low self-esteem, body shaming, and even anxiety and depression. Objectified women are often made to feel like they're not good enough and that their worth is based solely on their physical appearance. This can have a damaging impact on their mental health and well-being. So how can high-value men avoid objectifying women and recognize it when it's happening to someone else? The first step is to understand the impact of objectification and to recognize the signs. High-value men understand that objectifying women is disrespectful and reinforces negative societal norms. They make sure to never reduce women to their physical appearance or sexualize them, and they always treat women with respect and dignity. High-value men also understand the importance of consent and respect in relationships. They recognize that women are people, not objects, and they make sure to always treat them as such. They never make comments about a woman's body or appearance without her permission, and they never treat women as objects to be used or abused. So what are you waiting for? Start today and become a high-value man who women respect and admire. Your actions will speak louder than your words, and you'll be on your way to building the relationships that you desire. Thank you for watching this video. If you liked it, please make sure to hit the like button and subscribe to our channel for more videos like this. Also share this video with your friends and let's start a conversation about what it means to be a high-value man. And if you have any thoughts or ideas on the topic, please share them in the comments section below. See you in the next video.